So we've had a 2-1 win here at Harleston. Both our goals in the second half to come back from 1-0 down. And I think it's one of those games where you're just glad to get the win, but it looked like it could have been more comfortable.
Yeah, I think first half particularly, I thought, you know, as a whole half, I thought we played very well. I thought we dominated the game. They had a couple of chances where I thought the right winger he was a good player. I thought he was probably their most effective player really throughout the game and caused some problems. You know, he's sharp on the ball, can go both ways. So yeah, no, they gave us a few problems, but I thought overall, actually we dominated. We were a lot more physical than we were on Tuesday, and we made it personal. I thought we were better at picking up second footballs, and in terms of our movement to receive the ball and decision making, when to play into midfield and when to play around the sides, I thought was a lot better, and we created some good chances. Third man runs. Luke Harris, usually. He's great at making those runs. Usually, he'd score there, and we had some real good moments in their box where I think just either execution or decision making let us down. But came in at half time and just said, we've got to be relentless and can we sustain what we're doing. And although the performance has been good, the result isn't quite there yet. But if we do maintain and sustain that performance, then we will get the result. And I kind of felt didn't really start the second half in the same way we started the first half, and then we just lost our way a little bit, and keep talking about making sure we get round each other when someone's going out for a header, and I don't think we did that as well. And Azza had a decision to make to whether to come or not, and I think he had to come because if not, it's a free header, and the lad's been really brave and got there before him, and fair play to him. It's a decent header. I think it's one of those where Azza's like, if he's damned if he does, he's damned if he doesn't. And then I thought I was waiting for a reaction, kind of got it a little bit, and then I thought we needed to make a change, so we just changed the balance of where we were playing players, and I felt that helped. Then we started to create a couple of other chances where I thought just lacking that cutting edge and that ruthlessness in front of goal. But fair play to the lads that kept going. Pleased for Lenny getting the goal. I think obviously he should have scored probably 10-15 minutes prior, but fair play to him. He kept getting himself in the right areas. Good bit of play from Amir. Keep telling him about making sure he's on the front foot for the second phase when the ball comes out to the edge of the box, and he did that really well in that instance with a nice weighted cross. And then he did well for the second one as well. Got down the sides. Obviously, we changed the shape a little bit to get him a little bit higher up the pitch, and did what we've been asking him to do, and just firing it across. And obviously, keeper's parried it, but it's come out to Lukey, and again, Luke Harris, right place, right time on the move. So really pleased with the character, and then I thought we dropped a little bit deep and naturally caused ourselves problems. What I keep saying to them, we need to make sure that we're brave and we keep the distances between, our highest player and our deepest player as short as possible, but as realistic and as appropriate as possible, so that that the game doesn't get stretched, or we don't then collapse into our box and we invite the opponent on. I thought we did that a little bit, but also in regards to what happened on Tuesday, I kind of get it a little bit as well. But I think the result could have been a lot more comfortable than it was. But equally speaking, I think the character that the lads have shown off the back of Tuesday, and particularly going 1-0 down, it'd have been easy for them to kind of feel sorry for themselves, but they picked themselves up and kept going again. I still think there's spells where we drop our levels in terms of shape, energy, etc., and then we find that second burst again. And if we want to be really successful, we have to maintain that a lot more. I thought Ethan Young did really well today. I thought he was particularly impressive, and obviously Lenny with his work rate, and I actually thought on the whole, I'd say 65 to 70% was a very, very good performance, because equally speaking, this isn't an easy place to come as well. So yeah, no, I'm particularly happy. You know, into the first round proper now. We'll see who we get in the next round on Monday, I believe. And then obviously, I think the other thing that is a pleasing thing, in which we'll stop the comments as well about we haven't won away yet. Yeah, we've only had 4 games away so far, but we have won away now, so we've got that kind of you know, we've kind of closed that skeleton. We put that in the wardrobe. So that's pleasing, and obviously attention's turned now to Saturday, a big game that we want to be involved in. You know, 6th against 2nd. I know that Boston had a good win again today, so I think it probably just goes to show, although we weren't at it at all and nowhere near our levels, they're hitting a bit of a purple patch at the minute. So fair play to them, and I was very complimentary of them on Tuesday, and they've gone and done it again. And yeah, fair play to them. So obviously they're kind of in the ascendancy in terms of the games they've got in hand and stuff. I know Sherwood played last night and won against South Normanton away. But obviously they'll want to bounce back in the league following their heavy defeat at home against Belper as well. So it's got the I anticipate it to be a good game, but we need to make sure we're ready and raring to go, because if we're not, we'll be in for a tough afternoon. But and then just lastly, just thank you to the supporters. I think we must have had 20 to 30 here today, which is a great turnout, and really appreciate them coming. Bearing in mind how far it is.